Yep, it's welcome to another episode of the Munch Show, and this time around, we've got Rock Shredded Master. Yeah, so when I say Rock Shredded Master, I don't mean just a bit of this and a bit. It's shredded to the max, and this guy is out here doing his thing, and I'm all I'm out there looking for people who are out there doing the thing, and I've found one who's actually doing his thing for real. And this guy is a fitness model, and he's gonna share with us his journey through how he's got to be who he is and what he's uh, put together as who he is and what makes it work at the end of the day. So before I say any more things, let me just add him onto the show. Hey, what's up?
Yo, I'm all good, man. I'm all good, sir. I'm all good, man. I'm all good. Yeah,
Yes.
thank you for inviting me, man. It means a lot. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we needed you because what your story is a story that people need to hear about because there's a lot that's been going on, and what you do is a lot of what a lot of people aspire to be, but because many a times some of us have no discipline. I mean, how many times have I been in the gym and the direct debit doesn't go through and I'm not even bothered, and you know what I mean? And
Yep.
but people like you, as we see you on the social media as you do your thing, it's like, do you know what? I want to be like him. And we get that spirit, but somehow it fails. I don't know where we go wrong. So we are here to share with us how do you how talk to us about discipline, man. Hmm. Yeah.
Well, thank you, thank you. Quite discipline is quite important. Because if you want to start something, you gotta be disciplined to it. That's how I say it. You
Yeah.
see, for me, I believe if you are disciplined to something, you can achieve anything. Discipline can aid you to reach where you want to reach, any platform you can reach.
Mm.
For me, I learned like when you're so disciplined to something and they're
Mm.
dedicated to it, you have to be disciplined.
Yes.
Discipline doing something, which you're doing something, you sacrifice something in order to achieve something. So like for example, waking up early in the morning, and like sometimes it's quite hard to wake up early in the morning, but you have to do it for your goals.
Yes. Yes.
That's how I see that. You know,
Mm.
that's how I see discipline.
Discipline, yeah, because you have to forgo, like you're saying, you have to sacrifice some things and forgo some things because it's what comes with it. So, like, how's your training regime?
Well, my training regime, that for example, you have to do what works for you. Everyone is different, and do what works for you in order to achieve your goals. Like for me, I train like up to Monday to Friday, and I
Uh-huh.
do 2 sessions in a day, morning and evening. So that's 10 sessions in 5 days. So
Woo.
basically, yeah. So basically, I start in the morning. I go early in the morning so I can have the chance to train in the evening as well. So
Okay.
I go early in the morning, sometimes 4 in the morning or five.
I'm telling
You know, it was quite hard when I started this journey, but because I train with these guys from Mauritius.
you.
He's
Uh-huh.
65 years old. He taught me that if you really want to achieve something, God do something which you're not willing to do at times. You have to do it for your goals. So I used to be scared to wake up early in the morning. I used to go to gym 8. 8 was my morning. But
Mm-hmm.
nowadays, 4 or 5. I have
Wow.
to.
So,
I
what
have
time
to.
do you sleep?
Normally, I go to bed at 9 or 10. 9 or 10. Yeah.
Okay.
I have to.
I suppose that works out, yeah, because I mean, I sleep at after I've got my 11 o'clock alarm that says time to go to bed. And
Yep.
at that point, I'm not even going to bed. I'm probably going to have a conversation and,
Yeah.
in bed or something. But for you to sleep at 9,
Yes.
it works out because ultimately for 4 o'clock, it's as good as me waking up at 6 because I wake
Hmm.
up at 6. Yeah. So 4 o'clock, you're already in the gym.
I have to. I have to. But I'm not saying like every time I go at 4. Sometimes because of work schedule, I'm
Yeah, yeah,
unlikely not to go at 4, because sometimes I do night shifts, because of due to
yeah.
work and that. But if I'm doing a night shift,
Uh,
After a night shift, I have to make sure I go straight to the gym. But if I'm off,
yeah.
mainly 4 or 5. Yes,
Four.
to be. Yeah.
Okay. So if you're working a day shift, then can you go to the gym before you go to work?
Yes, that's it. Basically, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So so 4 so 4 up to 6 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
or 5 up to 7. Sorry, 7. Yeah.
Ah, that's cool. That's cool. So
So, but if I do a night shift,
mm.
then 8 o'clock latest. Yeah.
And you manage to, because I used to tell myself that with the with who I am, I
Yeah.
go um Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah.
And on Monday I do the upper body, and
Yep.
then on Wednesday I do arms, and
Yeah.
then on Friday I do what's this, leg day. Friday is leg day. That's if I'm
Mm,
not working.
yeah. I
so
see.
so
So
it used to work for me, but somehow it got its ups and downs because I'm
mm,
working sometimes and I'm not sometimes, and it becomes a bit hectic sometimes. Mm.
that's the thing about chasing goals. Mainly, if I had to use consistency, that's one of the big areas of to reach any level in life where you want to reach. Any platform. You
Yeah,
gotta be disciplined. You gotta be committed, and
yeah,
consistency is what makes people not to reach their goals. Like
mm,
for example, I know for sure if I don't do that routine,
yeah,
I'm gonna start dropping my level. So I have to do it regardless of what. Even sometimes I don't feel like going gym, mate. I don't feel like going gym sometimes. But that's the power. That's why it's good to train with people
yeah,
like you. Like, surround yourself with people as are the same as you, because with that it will motivate you. You know what I mean? Normally I train with certain people who motivate me, because I know for sure if they're there, I mustn't let them down. Because I
yeah.
know that they're at the gym. So me, I have to make my effort to go to the gym. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? Regardless of how I'm feeling. You know what I mean? Sometimes I don't feel like going gym, mate. It's not there every time. But that's where what we were talking about discipline. Now that's where that context of saying discipline matters now. Because
Yeah,
there's sometimes where you don't want to do it, but
uh,
you have to maintain it because of discipline,
uh.
regardless of what. So yeah, consistency is not easy, man. You have to be committed to what you do. Like Monday to Friday, I have to do it.
You have to
You
do
know,
it. Yeah.
yeah.
So what really inspired you to start training, man? Mm.
Ooh, that's a big question. It's a long story, but I'm gonna cut it short. But it's a massive story for me. It's an inspirational story. For me, how I started training, it's because I got inspired by Thor. You know that movie called Thor in
Yeah,
2011.
yeah,
That
yeah,
movie changed my life forever. I went to my mom's house, my mom's friend's house. I went there
uh,
because my mom's friend just came from Zimbabwe. So my mom went with us, me and my brother,
mm,
to go and see her. You know what I mean? So when I went there, they,
mm,
they did that movie. They put that movie on TV.
uh,
So boy, I remember they put it on BBC. Yeah, BBC. You know,
yeah,
BBC channel, and so I saw this guy though, mate. He was looking ripped and shredded. I said,
yeah,
wow. I said, wow. In my heart, I said, what? I want to be like this guy.
yeah,
I
yeah,
want to be like this guy. And from there, I got that motivation. Like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So this is 2011.
yeah,
But I didn't have that motivation of consistency to keep going. So I
yeah,
started, then I stopped. And then in 2013,
mm,
so I had my cousins, like we were like 5 of us. We used to train in the park.
mm,
We used to train, but we were not consistent.
mm,
But we used to go every Friday and Saturday,
mm,
twice in the park to train.
yeah,
But we were not consistent.
yeah,
So me, because of my cousins, some of them they moved to other places, and I started going by myself, training in the park. I didn't even know there are different muscle groups which you can work on to
yeah,
build muscle. You
yeah,
know, So I used to only know about training abs. That's what I knew about. I didn't know there's bicep, there's tricep. I didn't know there's chest. I didn't even know. So I used to do that. And then one day, this is where my story begins.
Mm.
And then one day there was this guy from Romania.
Mm.
He was passing by, a muscular guy, strong.
Mm.
I didn't know he noticing me
Mm.
every time when I was training in the park. He said, "Kid, I've been seeing you training. I've been
Mm.
seeing you training several times. You know what? But I want to take you to the gym and I'm gonna start training you
Uh,
to look good." And I
uh,
didn't know. I was a bit confused. You
yeah.
know, I still remember this guy because he's the one who changed my life forever.
Uh,
So this guy said to me,
uh,
at 8 o'clock, I want to see you at YMCA gym.
uh,
At 8 o'clock in the morning, I want to
mm.
see you at YMCA gym.
Uh,
So wow, was something big for me. It was inspirational. I said, wow, this guy wanna train me.
uh,
This guy from in Romania and he's big. I said, wow, my life can change. I can be like him. So I went there to the gym. Basically, I went to the gym at 7:30 because I was excited.
uh,
30 minutes early. I said, I'm not gonna let him down, man. I have to go there in time. And then he was even late. He came there to the gym at 8:30, mate. 8:30. So when he came, he said to me, "Kid, how long you been here?" I said, "Sir, I came at 7:30. I didn't know his name at that time, so I used to call him Sir."
yeah.
You know, and he said, "Wow, you came at 7:30, and look me, I'm even late. I thought you were gonna be late as me." That's why he said to me. I said, "Oh well, do you know why? Because it's inspiring, like to train with you. You gonna train me. I wanna be like you."
Yeah.
So for 2 weeks, he
Uh,
was praying for me. He was playing for me membership for 2 weeks.
okay.
He was playing for me, and he
Mm.
was training. And from there, I got inspired,
Uh,
and that changed my life. And I started training. And the sad thing, he got deported to his country.
man.
He got deported, and I start panicking. How am I gonna keep it up to this?
Mm.
But not knowing this is gonna change my life. And I started training by myself. But I used to ask my mom to give me money to pay
Yeah.
for my gym membership.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then from there I got the experience. Up to now I don't know where he is. But if I had to see him, he's
Yeah.
the person who I thank to say, look where I am, it's because of you.
It's because
You'll
of
be proud to see where I am now.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's how my story started, man. Because of that guy, everything changed.
Everything
You know,
changed. Mm.
yeah, we all start from somewhere. That's how I say. It's not about how we start. It's how you're gonna finish.
Yeah. 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 That's true. That's true. That's very true. Because it's not even how you're gonna finish. It's the direction that you're heading.
Amen. That's
Yeah.
true, man.
Ultimately, what we sort of forget is that it's not looking like rock shredded master. It's about
Mm,
getting to look like you know what I mean? Because
yeah,
ultimately you don't know when it's gonna end, but then the direction is if you've got the direction, then
mm,
it's you've got a map. Mm, yeah.
yeah. So this is how I got inspired. So now I've been training for 8 years. It's gonna be 9 years in September.
Oh man.
9 years in September. Next month, yes. Next month, September 15, it's gonna be 9 years of training. But that's how my story started because of that guy. You know, I
Uh,
wish you could see where I am today. You would be actually be proud of me.
proud,
You
yeah,
know.
definitely. Any man will be proud of something that it's not necessarily something that he built, but he put a foundation to something
Mm,
that is nice and is something inspiring and something very good. I mean, who on earth would pay for somebody's gym membership just
hmm,
to but a lot of people see potential in people, and I mean, like we were saying earlier on about discipline. Once we are disciplined
mm,
and we display it, it's like you're inspired to put a hand on something that you can see that has got potential because it's got discipline.
mm. You know,
Yeah.
like what he said, it reminds me of. I was watching this article. He said,
Mm.
if someone can be consistent for
Yeah.
21 days, for
Yes.
21 days,
Mm-hmm.
if you can be consistent to whatever you do,
Mm.
for 21 days, after
Yeah.
21 days, it becomes part of you. You're likely to be committed for the rest of your life of doing that. If you can be consistent for 21 straight, no
Yeah.
missing any day, that's
Mhm.
it. That's the turning point there.
That's the turning point. Exactly. That's true. Because many a times is if you something that you get used to, and it gets onto your system so much, and it becomes, a part of your life. But
Mm.
we're just gonna go on a short break, and then we continue this conversation.
All right, thank you.
Through the eyes of the megaminds of our time. The diagnosis. A pro analysis. Every Saturday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Relax Radio. Through the eyes of the megaminds of our time. The diagnosis. A pro analysis. Every Saturday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Relax Radio.
Yep. We are
Yeah.
back. We are back, and I was wondering, what are your end goals when it comes to physical training? What is your end goal? Like, what are the goals that you have on the line, along the line of physical training?
Mm. Yeah, I have a lot of goals in fitness, but my one big one is to try and inspire people to believe they are capable of achieving anything, regardless any race of who they are or age or anything. Just to believe they can achieve anything. So me doing what I'm doing, I want to be an inspiration to other people to achieve their goals, whatever they want to achieve, not just in fitness, but anything.
Yeah.
Just being an inspiration to other people to believe they can achieve anything. That's one of my big goals. My second goal is to one day open my own gym, to inspire people to train,
Train.
yeah.
Do you have one of them mindset where it's like, I'm gonna open a gym back in Zimbabwe, back in Africa, where this?
That one, yeah, that's one of my big goal. But I always say, you can't just reach the top level without starting small level. You have to start somewhere and build up to that level. You know what I mean? For me, that's something big. Yeah, that's why I'll try to achieve that goal. But at the moment, I
Uh,
have to try and inspire people as much as I can. And then one day, if God is willing, then I might try to achieve that goal. That's one of my goals because I want to surround myself in something which is in fitness because I think that's where my strength lies. You know what I mean? We're all good at something.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So I think that's my strength in fitness. So, but yeah, that's one of my goals, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, because do you ever have that feeling where someone approaches you and says, you know what, I was inspired by you when you did this.
You know that one. You know, a lot of people now come to me where I don't even expect it. You know, so with that, it's like that's why I have to try to be open as possible, to be friendly to people.
Yeah,
Cause
yeah,
like last time I was in the park, I was just doing some pull-ups. Cause wherever I go, I try to have that habit of doing something. You know, I
yeah, yeah,
always feel like time is money. Where if I have an opportunity to do something, I have to do it. Like push-ups, I do 1,000 push-ups in a day.
yeah. Wow.
So I have to make sure I have to complete that 1,000 push-ups, not in one go, but
Yeah.
if I have an opportunity where if I'm free, I have to do as much as I can
Mm-hmm.
in order to reach 1,000 push-ups. Where the reason why I do 1,000 push-ups, I was inspired by Bruce Lee. Bruce
Uh-huh.
Lee is one of my heroes. He's one of my inspirations. You know,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
guy inspired me to believe that you can achieve anything out of anything. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the guy was just amazing in what he used to do. You know,
Mm.
so he used to do 3,000 push-ups in a day.
Wow.
So that's how I got that inspiration where I have to do what I can. So each day I try to do 1,000 push-ups every day.
Mm.
So there was this guy. He came to me and said, "You know, what, I've been observing you.
Mm.
This was quite strange."
Yeah.
He said, "I've been observing you for 6 years." I didn't even know. He said 6 years.
Uh,
6 years. And to make things even worse and
uh,
strange, he said to me, "Do you know you used to pass this road when you were wearing this and this?" Then I said, "Wow, he's saying the truth." And
yeah.
those were my old clothes.
Yeah.
And he told me, "I used to see you pass through my house.
Uh,
And I've been seeing you for 6 years."
uh,
I was shocked. So
uh.
from there, I started to say to myself, it's good to be friendly. You
Yeah.
never know.
Yes.
So that's why I try to be friendly as possible because
Mm.
people normally come to me and ask me advice. How do you train this?
Mm.
But the first thing which I normally say to people, I said, yes, I can give you this advice, but everyone's different. Because it might work for me, but it might not work for you.
Yes, yes.
So this is what I know.
Uh,
But you can find out more information from other people as well. But
yes.
that's what I'm giving is not only the only best advice, because there's even more better advice out there.
Yeah.
For me, basically, I always believe there's someone even better than you in everything you do.
Mm.
So there will never be a level where you say, "Oh, I'm at the top level." That level, there's someone who can surpass that level.
Yes.
So there's someone who has more information than me. So that's why I always say to people that everyone's different in a situation. What works for me might not work for you, but this is what I'm gonna give you as piece of advice.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
I never stop researching. Yeah.
yeah, interesting you say that because when I started the gym,
Mm.
I used to meet people who would say, get the big weights and do the whole thing and
Yeah.
don't do that because what
Mm.
you're doing is you're bouncing on the muscle. It's just bouncing.
Mm.
Yeah, and then I
Yeah.
met one guy who said, "Listen, make sure that your pivot is in
Yeah.
place because that's what's important. And then with your
Mm.
pivot, first of all, check your pivots, and then make sure that whatever you're carrying, whatever size that you're carrying, doesn't move your pivot. And then
Yep.
once that is set, then you do one say one press up,
Yeah.
and you pause for 1 second before you go
Yeah.
up.
Mm.
Once you go down and up and down and up and down and up, you're doing almost nothing.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
you need to feel the muscle to actually it's to feel the pain. He said to me, once you are not feeling the pain, then you are not doing anything.
Nothing. Yeah.
And,
Like
and,
edifying to that, what you're saying, that's
uh,
true. It's all about the form. Form is more important.
yeah.
You know, like for me, I always say to myself, I'm not a power lifter. I'm not a power lifter.
Yeah.
Because most of the power lifters, they lift heavy. This is what they're trained to do, to lift
Yeah.
heavy. For me, I'm not a power lifter. I'm trying to just look good as possible as I can. So for me, I normally do more to form and more to reps. I don't do heavy weights. And because the reason why the benefits of not doing heavy weight,
Yeah.
you last longer in this fitness industry. You last longer. Because if you do heavy weight every time, the likelihood you're not going to last longer with injuries. Because it's like, for example, driving a car every day, long distance,
Yeah.
long
Yeah.
journeys. That
Yeah.
means your car is not going to last long. And
Yeah.
you're lifting heavy weight every day on your body. It's taking a toll to your body. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
for me, I believe in form more than weight. And because I'm not a power lifter, so to me, it favors me more to do things with the form right and then with the reps right as well. Yeah. So
Yeah.
form is important.
Form is important. Yeah, it makes so much sense when you say that, and it's really interesting. Sometimes we overlook such things, and you know the details that you are bringing up now is total information that we should get hold of from people like you. That's why I have you here so that you share with us all this
Thank you.
information. So that people who are listening and people who are seeing are able to recognize and upgrade their information. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Update their information box, because we tend to live on something that we hold on to in the past. Whereas if we get more information, then we can alter what we already know and make it suitable for going forward.
You know,
Yeah.
edifying to that, what you're saying, that makes sense. Let me tell you something where most of us, we fail in life. One of the biggest failures in life, which we normally, you know, enjoy, is because people trying to be someone. Like, for example, when you see someone who is already fit in the gym, he looks muscular, he looks amazing. You want to be like them. So you want to start lifting weights like them. You know,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
the problem. Most people, we want to be like other people already made it.
Yeah.
Where I remember when I started joining gym, like now, because I used to train with that Romanian guy. So he used to teach me these kind of things. I remember when he used to train with me, he used to say, you see, the weight which I'm using, don't try to use the weight which I'm using. You know what I mean? Because you might likely to get injured. And he was right. Because what he was lifting was so heavy for me, I could not lift what he was lifting. And in my mind, I wanted to be like him straight away. I wanted to lift like him. Ah, man, if I can lift same weights as him, I know I'll be like him. So in my mind, I started saying, I'm going to try to lift same heavy weights like him. And that time, I had little information and knowledge about fitness, you know. So I used to try to lift heavy, you know, like him. Because whenever he's not there, I used to try to lift the same weight he was doing. And my form was not good. My form was bad. You know, and I remember, so because of lifting so much heavy weight, I got injured. For 2 weeks, I could not move properly my lower back because I remember I did squats for 200 kgs and my form was so bad. I did 200 kgs, and at that time I was so happy that yes, I did 200 kgs. One, it was so like the weight was so like bigger margin than my body weight because me I was only 75 kgs at that time, you know. So I was lifting so much heavy weight, and it was too much for me. And I thought it was cool, and my form was shit. And then for 2 weeks I could not walk properly. My lower back was killing. So what I'm trying to say is that don't try to lift what other people can do. Say I want to be like them, and then you want to lift same weight as them. No, that can be a problem because you might likely to get injured. And if you get injured, you're likely to avoid coming to gym. You know, so injuries are dangerous.
It's a gradual process. People, it's one step at a time, because you can't get to the 10th step without getting, you know, the other steps. That's why people miss the point. It's of course me, but you don't have to do what I'm doing now. Do what I did
Mm.
before so that you can be who I am now.
Yeah, because that's why it comes to that point again where it's good to surround yourself with people who are like you.
Yes,
Like
yes.
I can tell you, Andrew, like in the past 3 years, I've learned more information more than I've been training for 8 years. Why? Because now I've surrounded myself with even people who know more information than me. That's
Yeah.
why it's good to surround yourself. People are smarter than you, or people are more we have more knowledge than you in your field. Because I didn't know in fitness, sometimes if you really want to see results, you have to trust your ancestors. This is something which I didn't know.
Okay,
Some
okay.
guy.
Oh, hold it right there. Hold it right there, because let's go for a
Okay.
short. Let's go for a short break, because this is I like this topic.
All right.
Let's go for a short break, and then we'll be back with this.
All right.
Yep, we are back. You
Hello.
are Well, it's something about ancestors. Bring it.
Mm.
I want to listen to this.
This is amazing. I didn't even know. We learn new things every time. Every day we learn something new. Just have to be at the right time, at the right moment. To listen to other people who know. This guy is a former runner-up in Europe, our bodybuilding.
Okay.
In 2000,
Yeah.
the whole Europe he was number 2. Imagine the whole Europe with bodybuilding.
Mhm.
So this is my old gym where I used to go, because now I've changed gyms, but this is my old gym in YMCA. So this guy, whenever I see someone who works hard, someone who looks amazing, I always go and ask advice. It's good to learn. You never know, you might get something which you don't know. It's
Yeah.
always good to learn from others who have made it in life.
Yeah.
So I went to him because I was inspired by his great physique, man. The guy looked amazing, and the guy is in his 50s, he's in his 50s, and I said, wow, he looks amazing. And I went to ask him, I said, sir, you look amazing. As I said, you look amazing. And the guy said, thank you. I'm just trying my best at my age. It's not easy. That's why he told me.
Mm.
And I said to him, I'm inspired with your physique. It looks amazing. What can you tell me? Tell me more about how you made it where you are today. And he said to me, this is the best thing. I'll always remember that. He said to me, one, you need to trace your ancestors.
Mm.
You need to know where you come from.
Yeah.
And so me, I was a bit confused. What does he mean? We need to know where you come from, Of course, in general, we have to know where we come from. But with fitness, me, I'm a bit confused. What does he mean? You need to know where you come from. So then I said, would you explain more? Because I'm a bit confused, yeah. I had to ask in a humble way because the guy was quite intimidating as well because he was a big guy, big voice, and he said to me, it's good you asked me, but, because most people, they don't know where they come from. And I was still a bit confused, And I asked him, all right, could you explain again? What does it mean? He said, you need to know where you come from. Why I'm saying this, you need to know what your ancestors were eating ages ago. And then you apply that to your bodybuilding, and you will see how your body is going to work. So I was a bit confused. And he said to me, like, for example, me, I come from Ireland. The guy was from Ireland. He said, from Ireland, us, we eat a lot of potatoes.
Mm.
And he said, if you can eat those potatoes in a healthy way, you will see your body can respond quickly. Why? Because that's what your ancestors were eating. So your body straight away will remember, like, what? This is what my ancestors were giving me. So your body automatically will start to give out the results. And I was shocked with that. And I said, what, let me try this technique. So where I come from, I come from Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
So we normally eat a lot of red meat. We normally eat a lot of red meat.
Yeah.
So I asked him, he asked me, kid, where are you from? And I said, me, I'm from Southern Africa, Zimbabwe. And he said to me, wow, that's okay. I know you guys, you eat a lot of red meat. I said, really? How do you know? I said, well, I know most of the African people, they eat a lot of red meat. Southern part, they eat a lot of red meat.
Yeah,
and then he said to me, if you can eat that red meat in a healthy way, you will see automatically your body will start to show the results quickly. And I tried that. I took a picture before I started doing that style which you told me. I wanted to see if it works. You need to see the results for you to be motivated,
Yeah.
And then, so I took a picture. I remember I took a picture, that was 2 years ago. I took a picture in April 18. And I said, I'm going to wait for another 4 weeks and see what's going to happen. So May 18, I wanted to see the results, if it's going to work. So I took a picture April 18, and then fast forward May 18, and I can tell you, I'm not going to lie, I saw the results. I was even better than the previous picture because of what he told me, eating the right food. What your ancestors was eating, and then you eat it in the right way. Straight away your body can show the results. Man, I'm telling you, it worked.
It works.
And up to now, I still use that kind of technique. And it's showing the results.
That's cool, man. That's
so
dangerous information.
Like for example, like for people who come from Mauritius, like in my gym, I see there's a lot of Mauritian guys. So I tried to explain to one of my friends, like, since you come from Mauritius, you eat a lot of fish. So try to eat a lot of fish in a healthy way, and you see your body response. And yes, I'm telling you, one of my friends from Mauritius, he started eating fish. so much. He was eating a lot of chicken,
Mm.
but but the body was not showing that much because the body was a bit confused,
Yeah, yeah,
saying this is what my ancestors giving me.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
and then he started eating more fish. Boom,
Mm.
the result turned up.
Yeah. I think I might start trying that. I'll consider it's beef and goat.
Yeah.
Will give me the answer still. Mm.
Wow. So yeah, for me, that's why I feel like for you to reach any platform in life where you wanna be, where you think you wanna be in life, learn from
Mm.
people who have made it. Learn
Yeah.
from people who've made it. That's what can make you better in whatever you do. Like for me, I always try to learn from people who've made it. Like for me, like I always feel I'm so addicted to fitness. So the best way I can get better is to learn from the people who have made it. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
because someone who is into fitness is the person who can actually give you the right information
Yeah.
about fitness. You can't go to a businessman to ask for fitness information. Nah, it can't be. It can't work. It can't work. For a businessman must go to another businessman to ask for some tips. That can be a effective way to get the results. Whatever you want to learn.
Mm-hmm.
From. But yeah, that's how I see it in life. It's all about constantly learning. From
Yeah.
others who have made.
Yeah. So I'm also trying to establish something here. Do you do
Mm.
you prefer to teach someone, or do you prefer to inspire someone?
For me, I like to inspire. To me, inspiring people is more effective for me because I
Yeah.
think inspiring others can even give people the freedom to do whatever they want to do in
Yeah.
terms of whatever they want to achieve in life. Because if you inspire someone,
Mm.
whatever, you don't know what they're motivated, to what they want to achieve in life. So if you inspire them, to do whatever they want to do, it can be more effective than teaching them. So that's how I say it. I think for me, to inspire others is quite easy for me. I
Mm.
think that's what works for me, to inspire others than to teach. Yeah.
So is it that you fear your teaching skills, or?
That's a good question. I think because sometimes when like for example, let me give you a scenario why I think
Mm.
it's easier to inspire people than to teach people. Like
Mm.
for example, in my gym, I see certain people they might not know how to use certain equipment.
Mm.
So I remember one of my friends. This is like 3 days ago.
Mm.
Why I think it's easier to inspire than to teach people. So so this guy was lifting he was lifting the dumbbells, and the form was not that good.
Mm.
The form was not that good, and he was lifting heavy. So then my friend he had the courage to go and try to help the person. Like, you know what? Let me show you something how you can use those dumbbells.
Yeah.
And the guy didn't like that. And the guy felt offended and he was like starting to shout in my friend, like, why are you telling me what to do? But my friend wanted you just to help him.
Help. Yeah.
Imagine you wanted to help him, like, bro, your form is not that good. Let me show you how to do it. And the
Mm.
guy was pissed off straight away. He was angry, shouting at my
Mm.
friend, like, nah, you don't need to tell me what to do. I know what I'm doing. So this is another way where I feel like I'm not comfortable in teaching people.
Yeah.
I prefer to inspire people.
Inspire
Of
people.
course, to teach, if to teach someone who really wants to be taught how to do things, it's easier. But for other people,
Mm.
it's not easy because most people they don't want to be told what to do.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
That's the thing. It's that
They
time.
don't want to. Yeah,
I want to do me.
yes. And where for sure they're not doing it the right way. So
Mm.
now you're trying to help them. Because me, I remember when I started gym, there were a lot of people coming to give me information I didn't know. And I
Mm.
was so humble enough to try and gather all that information to try and improve myself. And with that, I'm so glad like I took it on board. And that's what helped me to be where I am. That's why I always say you're never self-made. You are never self-made.
Yes.
I
Because
love, yeah.
this is a statement that I got from I think I was reading a book about yeah, they were saying how the statement is success has many mothers, but failure is an orphan. Meaning, failure is meaning you you ask him to help you, you ask him to help, and then
Yeah.
eventually become someone, and then
Yes.
that's success. So it was of so many parents to end up where
Mm.
you are, but ultimately, if you don't ask for help or if you don't ask for, you become an orphan. That's the you fail. Mm,
You know, like thank you for saying that. It reminds me of something. I'm just gonna share this story, inspirational story.
mm,
It really inspired me a lot. Like what we're talking about, it's not about how you start, you know.
okay.
It's
Mm,
it's about how you're gonna finish along the way. Like I
mm,
just wanna share this story. I don't know people if they know this guy, Rameses the Great. Rameses the Great, Pharaoh of Egypt. Well,
okay.
I just wanna share this story because it inspired me a lot, like to show that sometimes
Mm,
some people are destined to achieve greatness
yeah.
by birthright, and some people are destined to achieve greatness by hard work and dedication.
Yeah.
So this guy Ramesses, he is actually the greatest pharaoh for Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Why I'm saying this, you know, that story inspired me where to show that it's not about birthright. Some people are born with it, and some
Yes.
people find it through hard work and dedication and determination. You know what? If I do this way, I'm gonna be successful.
Yes.
So Ramesses, you know, Andrew, let me ask you, let me say to this. This is so inspiring. Like this guy
Mm,
was 24 in line to be king, to be a
mm,
pharaoh of Egypt. 24 in line.
yeah.
You know, 24 in line. That's one in a million, maybe, to be a pharaoh. Imagine.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
but look, this what happened. All his brothers were dying because of illness, malaria at that time. Malaria was so effective; it used to kill a lot of people. So
Yeah.
all his brothers were dying, and they were all dying, and he was the last one who ended up being king because he was the last. Because that said, you know what, you now you can be the king. So he was shocked himself, like, wow, I thought one of my brothers is gonna be a pharaoh. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
he became a pharaoh.
Mm,
He became a pharaoh, but he said to his his family, he said, I'm gonna be the greatest pharaoh of Egypt, and they were laughing at him. And at 24, he went to war and he won the war. With you know, with I forgot, but he went to war and he won the war.
okay.
And then he started building all these pyramids. And the pyramid, the biggest pyramid in Egypt, the one which people go to see, it was
Mm.
made by him. And he became the greatest pharaoh of Egypt. But
Yeah.
he was 24 in line.
Just hold on a second. We need to have a short break and then we come back to this. It's
All right.
yeah. All right. back, and yes, you're still telling us about the story of Ramesses.
Yeah, it's a quite an amazing story because the guy became the greatest pharaoh as we know it now. He's Ramesses the Third.
Mm.
He's the greatest pharaoh of Egypt. But what I'm trying to say is, look, sometimes some people are born with it, and some people find it through hard work and determination. Because some you see other people might be born in a family which is already successful, and some people they're not even born in a family which is successful. You know, but they work hard to get to the top,
Yeah,
and they even outdo the people who are born successful already. You
yeah,
know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's what you think to yourself, what you want to be in life. Like this guy Ramesses, he was 24 in line to be king, but yeah, he became king.
yeah.
That's amazing. You know.
Mm. Let's see. That's pretty much amazing. So tell me something. Um, with all the physical the physical training that you do,
Mm,
and I'm sure uh you are working in line of being a model, because
yeah.
you mentioned to me that you're not really into the big the big weights or becoming all that big, but you're looking to look fresh. So I suppose you're a model. Yeah. So with that, well, actually, you are a model.
Mm,
I know this for myself. And then also your Instagram, which we're going to put on the comment section. Uh, with that, how have you managed to attain things like endorsements and things like how have you been recognized as
mm.
a fitness person?
Yeah, good question. Like for example, fitness modeling.
Mm,
Back in 2018, I did a competition. I
mhm,
entered in a competition, and I was 6 out of 34 people. That
mhm.
was my first try, and I did well.
Yeah,
And since then, I haven't gone back to compete, but because I'm trying to build up my legs a little bit, because I feel like my legs are my weak part of our muscle group, which I need to improve.
mhm.
So I'm still trying to improve that, but I'm trying to be on stage maybe end of this year, like in November. I'm trying to go back on stage. If I do well, if I'm in the top three, I think life can change a little bit because top three, you get sponsors, you get a lot of benefits from being in the top three. But if you're out of top three, just same as someone who is last mate. You know what I mean? But yeah, of course. So, but like for example, at that time when I was six, to me
Yeah,
it was a shock. Like I was shocked because me, I just entered in this competition.
yeah,
I didn't have any big what's the expectation. Like I'm gonna try to be in the top three. I'm gonna be trying to win this. I just went there just to test out the waters. And
yeah,
funny enough, I end up being in the top 10. So it meant a lot to me. And I say, I need to improve on certain things.
yeah.
So since then, I've been practicing on my poses, and I'm trying to improve on my legs. And then if I can improve on those things, I think maybe I might have a chance to be in the top three. But yeah, so if I'm in the top three, then I'll get sponsors. Any any luck along the way. And
Yeah.
but yeah, but for the meantime, I've amphibians. They sponsor me with their clothing stuff. So yeah. That's they've approached me, so those are the people are helping me, and I'm helping them as well with their clothing brand.
Clothing, yeah. So okay, so
Yeah,
you wait on your post on Instagram and whatsoever, and
yeah.
then yeah, okay. So what is the deal? A situation where they give you money on top, or they just give you clothes?
Well, sometimes, like for example, if it's about clothes, yes, along the way they give me clothes,
Yes.
and then if of course me, I don't want to be full time. I'm not full time with them because where if you are full time, then everything is about them. Where you need to do videos about them.
Ah,
Where when you do a small video, you need to talk about them. Me, I'm a part time.
Yeah.
part time. So I just do whenever I wanna do. That's what works for me. So I
Yeah.
know some of my friends that are full time.
Yeah.
You know, full time. So with them, they get a lot of benefits with them, money as well.
Mm.
Sponsors. Those kind of things. But for me, I'm a part time.
Okay.
Because I want my pace. I want my freedom as well. Because
Yeah.
once you're full time, that means you have to be full on. you
Yeah.
know,
The price, is it?
and by saying that, I know a lot of people in my gym has affected their relationships as well. It
Ah.
has affected their relationships as well because of these being a full time what's his sponsor person. Because
Mm.
one of the two of the two girls in my gym, they've lost their boyfriends because of that. So
Oh,
it's quite hectic. When you have to be full on part time, you're
yeah.
likely not to have time to even have time for yourself. You
Ah,
know,
yeah. So
yeah.
does it mean is this something that is a sort of a disease that's affecting
So
people?
that's the reason why I prefer being part time. But of course,
Uh,
but when you're full time,
mm. Hello, are you still there?
well, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
When you're full time,
Yeah.
when you're full time in doing these things.
Mm.
Hello, yeah, can you hear me? Hello, what'd you say? Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Hello, Andrew, I can't hear you. What'd you say? Hello? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, can you go back to the point? I forgot. You said, is that a disease or something? Yeah, from there. That's what I last heard. What did you say?
The people in the gym, because at one point there was a sort of
Mm,
speculation that people who go to the gym and they lift
mm.
so much weight that it affects their manhood. Is that something that
Oh, yeah, all right. Let me edify something about that. Where that can, most people, they get confused about that. Well, normally when you're natural, it's likely not to affect. I think so. But if you are using steroids,
okay?
when you're steroids,
Mm.
when you use steroids, then the likelihood, yes, it might likely to affect the manhood.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, okay.
It has been proven several times where it gets smaller because of that. But being natural, I don't think and has any problems, to be
Is any
honest.
problems? Okay, okay.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one, man. It's been nice to have you around, man. It's been a good nice a cool hour, and I'm sure people out there who are listening and are going to have a pick up one or two things from what you've just said, and we really appreciate you
Mm,
for coming through to Relax Radio at Lunch Match Show with Andrew, and
yeah.
um everything nice. We hope to see you again, and we hope to have a conversation when you have
Yeah.
new information.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. But yeah, before I go, I just wanna say something motivational to other people out there. Like,
Go for it, man.
you know, what I can say to my friends out there, people are listening to this.
Yes,
Please stay consistent to whatever you do.
yes.
Stay consistent. Be committed to whatever you do. You don't know where it will take you. It's
Hmm.
not about the starting point which matters. It's about what you can actually become by what you do. So just stay consistent whatever you do. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for taking your time to listen to this. I appreciate
Take care, man. I appreciate you.
it. Cheers, man.
Take care. Yeah, man. We had a good time with my man, Shredded Master. He's the guy. So Instagram, Facebook, and all that is on the comment section. You go check it out and follow him and check him out what he's doing. It's everything nice. Take care of yourself.